One, two, three, and...
For years, I follow a path that makes sense. A stable paycheck, respectable titles, a job that impressed people and my family. Every move I made felt like it was building towards something. Something solid, something adult and successful. But slowly, the version of success I was chasing started to feel like a performance. I told myself I was lucky, that I should be grateful. But still, I felt like there was something missing. I didn't resign because I knew what came next. I resigned because I couldn't keep lying to myself. Because staying felt like a betrayal. Not to the company, but to the part of me. The me who chased freedom above all else. The me that was quietly fading away. I never grew up thinking I'm a creative. In fact, I used to believe creativity belonged to other people, those who are talented. I picked up my first watercolor brush at 28, on a whim, and for a while it brought me something simple and rare, peace and escape from all the noise. Like journaling, it helped me slow down and listen. But then as quietly as it began, it faded, as life was getting loud again. After I resigned, I picked it up again. This time I joined a community program. I painted with strangers, and I felt that flicker of momentum. But again, it didn't last, and maybe it didn't have to. Maybe not everything creative has to become a career, and maybe something exists just to remind us we're alive. I bought my first camera in 2015. It was a Lumix. It started with cat photos and evening walks around the neighborhood. Nothing serious, just small, quiet observations. Then life got busy, and that quiet curiosity slipped away. Last year, I convinced myself I needed better gear. That maybe a new tool would finally push me to take this seriously, or help me be more creative. But the truth is, I was scared. I was scared of starting again. Scared that if I try now, really tried, I might still fall short. So I made a deal with myself, not to aim for perfection, and just start doing. A trip like this isn't typical where I'm from. We don't take gap years, or even long holidays. We work, we climb, we keep moving. Pausing feels like falling behind. But I grew up watching explorers on Discovery Channel. People who chase wonder, who got lost on purpose. So I gave myself 3 months, not to escape, but to explore. Traveling for 3 months, I thought I would get tired of it, but I didn't. I found something out there, not just the views or the freedom, but a part of myself I hasn't seen in years. The version of me that still dreams. Honestly, I could have gone longer.
What's up is down, what's left is right.
All of it, the painting, the trip, even quitting my job, started here. You saw the motion, not the reason. It all began after I lost my mom. They say time heals, but grief doesn't follow a schedule. It lingers in half-written sentences, in things you meant to say but never did. I used to journal when I was younger, pages filled with teenage dreams and questions. But as I got older, I let the habit fade. So when the world moved on and I was still unraveling, I came back to it, quietly, out of frame and out of words. Maybe that's what journaling gave me again, a private mirror, a space to fall apart and just slowly piece myself back together.
I always had an on and off relationship with journaling, but I really started journaling and writing down my feelings religiously a month after my mom's funeral. I think every family deal with loss in their own way, and I come from an Asian household of strong-minded people. We are resilient and determined and maybe even stubborn. So I grew up that way. In my family, we don't really talk about our feelings. We show our strength by not talking about it, moving forward in life and keeping busy. And I think we're a bunch of workaholics. When my mom passed, I never really had a real conversation about grief with my family. I didn't want to worry them, so I put up a strong front. I went straight back to work, and people around me were relieved how well I was coping, so on the outside I was okay. And I continued to read books, watch self-help videos, listen to podcasts. I was trying to move forward in life and just learn how to process my grief. At the same time, I was writing them down. But maybe that was the problem. I spent so much energy trying to look for answers in others' words that I wasn't spending time to reflect within. And over time, I buried myself in work and chasing someone else's dreams from the company that I lost my words. And that's around the time I stopped journaling as well. Anyway, I think I'm still trying to unlearn that silence today.
Birthday were never a big thing in my family, especially not for adults. Just a few wishes, just another day. I didn't celebrate turning 32, the year I outlived half a life. It felt wrong. It was too quiet and too heavy. Now I'm 33. It's not a milestone people talk about, but it feels like one to me, a turning point and a private checkpoint. I live enough years to know how easily time slips by, and enough loss to know how precious it is to keep going. Maybe this birthday isn't just a celebration. Maybe it's a quiet kind of gratitude for her, for the journey that brought me here, and for the fact that I still get to love and be loved.
I don't think we ever finish grieving. I think it just changes shape. And some days it's like a gentle breeze, you barely feel it. Some days like a hurricane and you can't hide from it. Either way, over time, it becomes something we carry with us rather than something that carries us. I realized I spent years hiding the truth from myself. I was unhappy with where my life was heading. I was unfulfilled, unchallenged. I tried just ignoring that and cherishing the little moments in life. But the fact is, I spent a big chunk of my day slaving away in the office and lab, fulfilling someone else's dream. And I wasn't the only one feeling this way, but everyone around me just kept going through the motions, so I kept going through the motions too. Was it fear of failure? Fear of letting my family down? Or maybe I just got too comfortable with fear. It was familiar. My mom's passing just cracked something open in me. It makes this fear feel smaller, and it changes my perception of time. Like, it feels shorter. All those things I did after, buying my camera, resigning, painting, traveling, I don't think those were caused by grief. They were bound to happen anyway, and my grief just took away those excuses earlier. I think starting over is terrifying. It might not work out, and I'm fully aware of the possibility that I might end up in a position worse than before. But I think I'll be doing myself a disservice if I don't even try. I'd rather I try and fail than regret never trying later on in life. And when it's my time to pass, I hope I'll see my mom again, and I can tell her all the crazy shit I've done, and we can laugh about it together. And for now, I'm journaling again. This time not to process the past, but to create a future. I'm writing down my ideas and turning them into actions, and this channel is part of that promise to myself. As Seneca wrote, life is long if you know how to use it. And I think death just teaches us the urgency of living. And now I'm curious, have you suffered a loss? How did it change you? Do you journal for grief too? Or maybe it wasn't about grief and you just used journaling for creation. Let me know in the comments. I think everyone's story matters, and maybe your story can help another person start again too. By the way guys, if you're looking to get a new journal, I highly recommend getting one from Flame 3 Publishing. This is not a sponsored post or anything, I just really like their product. I got this one at Kinokuniya in Sydney, and if you can see, the book cover is actually texture, and there are a lot of details on the edges as well. So, Flame 3 journal. And I just really like wave patterns in Japanese art, so I got this one, but they also come in other colors and other patterns, so I saw one with cherry blossom as well. I mean, they're not the cheapest journal, but I think having a good journal sometimes can motivate you to write. At the back they also write down the details of the artist that created this painting, and also the edge detail and where those come from. Anyway, if you're looking for a journal, I highly recommend this one. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
Fly so high.